Hello and welcome to Entirely English. I'm currently, as you probably know, doing a series on the vocabulary that Shakespeare created. But I know that's not interesting for everybody. So I thought I'd do a couple of those a week and intersperse them once a week with a video again on British traditions, cultures, etc. And this series is inspired by a question one of my students asked in a lesson. And it's not often covered in textbooks, so I thought it'd be something you might find fascinating. And it's about superstitions. Okay, I'll put a little box there, dictionary definition of superstition, in case you don't know what it is. But I thought this would be interesting because countries around the world have different superstitions. And I would be interested to get your feedback on this. Are your superstitions the same? Are they completely the opposite? For example, we're going to begin today with black cats. There are several superstitions about these, so we'll do these on one video. Other videos will include several different topics, but this one is about black cats. Cats are my least favourite of pets, well, outside of snakes and cockroaches and the other weird things people have. Normal domestic pets, I particularly don't like cats, but people do. We shall begin in a moment with some superstitions about cats. I just wanted to mention as well, at the end of this video, I will be answering a question one of the viewers asked about the British. You might have already read my answer to his question, but I'll repeat it on the video for those of you who haven't seen it. Okay, black cats. The first one is about black cats crossing your path. Crossing your path means you're walking down the street and a cat walks across your path. So in Britain, and I believe in many countries, it is considered bad luck. If a black cat crosses your path, it means bad luck is going to cross your life. This probably goes back to the fact that black cats are often considered witches' familiars. A familiar is a creature that is possibly possessed or is a demon in the creature's form. And it was supposed that witches preferred black cats, and the demon would inhabit the body, and the cat would run around and report back to the witch, or do the witch's biddings. So when you saw a black cat crossing your path, you'd think that a witch is nearby. Perhaps. I mean, the thought that a black cat might be a witch's familiar, or cats might be why people put bowls of milk out for them, just like they do for the little people, the fairies. Bowls of milk or little snacks for the cat, feed them to try to win their favour. But the fact that the cats were considered to be the witches' familiars is a reason why in the 13th century many cats were killed in Britain and I think across Europe. Some people actually thought the witch inhabited the cat, so killing the cat was killing the witch. Some other people believe that the Great Fire of London, which destroyed all the rats that were carrying the plague, was a blessing from heaven. But they also say that if people hadn't killed off the cats, there wouldn't have been such a huge rat population. Rats carried the fleas which transmitted the bubonic plague to people. In Scotland, it is believed that if a black cat appears at your front door or on your porch, it is going to bring good luck to your home. I don't know if this is connected to witches or if it's some other thing, but that's what they think. Some of these things I don't have explanations for. That's the whole point of superstitions. We often don't know why they are. Sometimes there's logical reasons, but this one, black cat turning up at your front door, I would consider it begging, but in Scotland apparently they think it means you are going to have good luck. Similarly, in parts of England, a bride would be given a black cat on her wedding day, and it is supposed to bring good luck to the marriage. I can only imagine that that luck ends when they get home and find the cat has shredded all the curtains and the wedding dress, etc. Now this one comes up listed as a superstition, but I would say it's more of a belief than a superstition. Superstitions are normally about good luck and bad luck, but here we're going to include this anyway. They say a cat has 9 lives. Now, again, this could be given to them because with their agility, if they fall, they're able to land on their feet, they're able to slither through small spaces so they can escape from predators. There's also a little saying that goes along with this, which is, the first 3 lives are for playing, the next 3 are for straying, the last 3 are for staying. Apart from the 3 live sections, I think you could apply that to people. First part of life for us is for playing. The second part of our lives, like our 20s, 30s, is for straying. And then the last part of our lives is for staying. We choose a stable home. Now, apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, in Italy, hearing a cat sneeze is an omen of good luck, as it means there will be money coming your way. In Britain, however, if you hear a cat sneeze 3 times, it means you're going to catch a cold. It's one of those strange things. The last one, which we're going to do today, kind of links into our naval idioms, is about ships. They say that if a black cat walks onto a ship and immediately walks off, the ship is going to head to disaster, probably sink. I don't know if this was originally black cats or just cats in general. I think it could apply to cats in general. Now, it's the walking off part that indicates bad luck, because ships often had a cat. Even in science fiction films on spaceships, they'll have a ship's cat.
Data, over here I found something. One life sign, very faint.
Spot. I'm very happy to see you.
Cats were considered good luck. Again, it's about rats. The cats would keep the rat population on the ship down, reducing the number of rats, thus protecting the food supplies and the cargo from the rats' gnawing teeth. I guess this idea of the cat walking on and walking off is this idea that the cat has a 6th sense. It knows the ship is doomed. Maybe the rats have already left and it goes, no rats, I'm going. Okay, so that was the last one of our cat superstitions. The next video will again be about superstitions. I'm not sure if it will be a collection on a topic or a bundle of different ones. I'll have to wait and see. But before we finish, I want to address a question that my wonderful viewer Stuart asked, which is why, or is it still true, or was it ever true, that when we go abroad, the British don't learn another language? We just ask people questions in English and then speak louder when they don't understand. This is kind of partially true. It was very true in the 60s, early 60s, when we started going abroad. Spain was one of the destinations British people started to go to, Costa del Sol and things. There's all sorts of comedy films about those.
It's very loving, no?
Yeah, I beg your pardon. Oh, you mean lovely? Yes, very nice.
It's all brand new. Tables not satin, chairs not satin, lavatory not...
Yeah, we needn't go into that. Is the manager here?
Yes, I'll fetch him. One moment.
Yes, well, I think we should be very comfortable here.
Yeah, I'll be all right when it's finished, I suppose.
Oh, I'm sure you won't allow a little thing like that to spoil your holiday.
And yes, at that time, learning foreign languages wasn't a big thing. Nowadays, all children are taught at least one foreign language in school. Normally French, Spanish, German, other languages are available. But at that time, yes, the British weren't very good at learning other languages. So it was a common thing to, it's not exactly talking loudly, it's more like enunciating. So you say to somebody, excuse me, where's the bank? And they go, je ne suis, je ne comprends pas. You go, where is the bank? Je ne comprends pas. Where is the bank? Like it will help. It doesn't help. Well, in some situations, maybe it would, because you're separating the words and they're, bank, bonk. Yes, same in our language. But yeah, it was a kind of ignorant thing people tended to do. Like when I was staying in Ukraine. Although I did try to learn the language. Malinki. All right. Well, I hope that answered your question, Stuart. It's not so common now, and particularly with things like the apps you can get on phones with translations, phrases, etc. So, anyway. See you for the next video. Have a great week. Don't go messing about with black cats. And take care. Bye-bye.